Coming up, new details in a Manatee County double murder suspect caught in Colorado. What sheriff's deputies are now saying about his criminal past. Plus, dangerous wildfires across California. What crews are doing to try to contain those blazes before they get worse. Take you to Florida's only forensic body farm to find out how it helps solve thousands of cold cases. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at noon.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story today at noon, a teen on the run accused of a double murder in Manatee County is now behind bars this afternoon in Denver, Colorado. Today we're learning more information about the 17-year-old accused of taking 2 lives. ABC 7's Marla Spence joins us live from Manatee County Sheriff's Office as investigators work to solve the crime. Marla?
Well, Scott, this morning we learned 17-year-old Joe Claire Justy is sitting in a juvenile facility in Denver, Colorado after he was booked there late yesterday afternoon. Claire Justy is accused in the shooting death of 2 18-year-olds early Sunday morning behind a shopping center in Bradenton. But now today we're learning that this isn't his first run-in with the law. He's also tied to 2 other crimes. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says Claire Justy was arrested back in May for burglary and battery after getting into a fight at a Bradenton home. Caleb Bowman was one of the victims in Sunday's shooting, and he happened to be at that home with Claire Justy when it all happened but was not charged in the incident. It's also confirmed that Claire Justy was charged with not having a driver's license and carrying a prohibited weapon while on Snapchat back in February. The video shows him driving while holding a handgun near Manatee High School with text on the screen reading, "Who's at school?" We've been in touch with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office all morning, and they're saying that the department is happy to have Claire Justy off the streets.
You never want someone on the streets that has been involved in something like he was involved in. So yeah, we're quite pleased that he's safely behind bars out in Colorado and will be returned here. It's just a very tragic situation.
So far, there is no word yet on when Claire Justy will be sent back to Manatee County and face charges. Once we learn that information, we will keep you updated with the latest. For now, reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Marla, thank you so much. New at Noon is a tool that can help law enforcement across the state solve cold cases by studying real-time forensics. ABC 7's Stephanie Webb takes us just north of Tampa for a look inside Florida's only body farm.
At first glance, this may look like any other field, but this one is locked up tight, all to protect the important real-time science going on inside.
This is an outdoor forensic anthropology field.
This is Florida's only body farm, basically a field where researchers, forensic teams, and detectives can observe just how human bodies decompose in different settings.
We wanted a environment that we could create something that no one else is offering in the country, where you can work a real live death scene and make it that real and learn from every investigative technique or forensics that you're using on that scene.
Now, the idea of a body farm may sound macabre, but the research done here could help solve thousands of cold cases. Now, it's a partnership between Pasco County Sheriff's Office and the University of South Florida. And since it opened a year ago, just over 20 bodies have come through here.
Each one is its own individual research.
One big question you may be asking is, how do the bodies that are out here actually get here? The answer is simple: by donation.
So USF, University of South Florida, has a donation program. So they are able to work with the families, work with the donor bodies.
So why was this needed here in Florida? Well, one big reason: to study bodies in our unique climate.
We have hot weather, we have extremely high humidity, we have a lot of rain. In certain areas, especially in our area, it's very bog-like. We have a lot of swamplands around.
Stephanie Webb for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. Fascinating there. Advocacy groups say more than 12,000 of Florida's cold cases are still unsolved. Looking ahead, construction on a busy interstate ramp in Manatee County is about to begin. This map shows where construction will be happening for the next 10 months, starting on Sunday. The exit ramp from I-275 to northbound I-75 will be closed to drivers. The Florida Department of Transportation will be replacing the concrete bridge deck. Drivers should expect the ramp to be closed 24/7 during construction, which will again start this Sunday. Looking ahead, the deadline for voter registration in the upcoming August primary is just days away for both Sarasota and Manatee counties. If you want to register to vote, you only have until this Monday, July 30th to do so, or to change your party affiliation. In Sarasota County, applications are available at all 3 election offices in Sarasota, Venice, and in Northport. Time to get a check now on our Friday afternoon weather. Josh is in for John today, and off to an okay start so far. No rain around that I've seen.
I think so, yeah. A few isolated showers have taken place this morning, but for the most part, we're calling for mostly sunny skies today. Kind of a break in the forecast. We haven't seen the sun and like mostly sunny skies in quite some time, so this is nice. But it is warm, upper 80s right now, lower 90s in Bradenton, and we're going to top out in the low 90s today. But again, that heat index, that feel-like temperature, is going to feel quite warm. Well, trying to struggle to find something on the radar. There was some pop-up showers around Northport, actually produced a few lightning bolts, but those have dissipated. The only real interest right now is a little lone shower off the coast of Anna Maria Island, but that's tracking towards the northeast, so it probably won't even affect the northern part of Anna Maria Island. We'll have more on the forecast when I come back.
All right, Josh, thank you. A fire in Redding, California turning deadly last night with drivers stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic as the flames moved in. ABC's Will Carr explains why the governor there has now declared a state of emergency.
A wall of flames barreling through neighborhoods as the deadly car fire burns out of control in Northern California.
About a 100-foot wall of flame coming down onto the very south end of Snow Lane.
Residents in Shasta County facing a terrifying hellscape. Flames whipping and whirling, forming fire tornadoes. Wow. As emergency vehicles are showered with red-hot embers. The dire situation playing out in this video.
It's jumping the street.
An entire street alight, flames shooting out of this 2-story building as homes and businesses alike burn on both sides of the road. The 30,000-acre fire fueled by high winds and triple-digit temperatures, overpowering crews. 100-foot flames burning on both sides of the highway, jumping the Sacramento River and forcing firefighters further and further back.
Got flames coming on the south side of Keswick. They're about to jump.
Traffic snarled as evacuees seeking shelter from the inferno were forced to flee again after the fire reached the original evacuation center.
We got to get them out of here.
ABC's sister station, KRCR, evacuating the studio in the middle of their broadcast.
We are going to leave the station because it is now unsafe to be here.
Overnight, 1 person killed and reports of others injured. Officials moving critical patients out of hospitals as the erratic blaze pushes through the city, leaving a path of charred homes, vehicles, and boats in its wake. Governor Brown declaring a state of emergency as crews throughout the state spread thin.
This is the front line in this fire. The crews have dropped retardant right here. You can see just how close this is to a home in the distance, and we have firefighters right there keeping an eye on these flames, making sure they protect all of these homes.
To the south, at least a half-dozen homes destroyed by an arson fire in Riverside County.
It was just boom, 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 so we knew instantly that someone was setting fires.
And in Yosemite National Park, a massive inferno scorching more than 40,000 acres.
All right, that's the scene from California, but remember to get the latest news from across the world and here on the Suncoast, as well as your first weather forecast. You can always download our apps. You can find it in your app store under WWSB or My Suncoast. Got a peek here at ABC 7 business commentator Jeff Stern, who joins us now with a check of the day on Wall Street. And it looks like another great week of earnings so far this week.
Definitely. It's really strong, so that's very positive.
Yeah.
The Dow's up about 2% for the week, while the S&P's up 1.25% for the week. NASDAQ's trailing, but still positive, up 1/4. Dow leading the way on all these great earnings that Scott mentioned. They've been coming out. 10-year Treasuries even rising just under 3%. Last I saw was 2.98. Oil's right around $70, so all good so far. Even when I woke up this morning, the futures were positive. So let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average positive barely, but still green, 25,530. up almost 2.5 points, 0.01%. Now comes the red. NASDAQ 7,798, down 53 points, over 0.5%, while the S&P is in the red as well, 2,830, down 7 points, 0.25%.
Well, Jeff, we know the impact that Amazon has had on so much of retail right now, and now it's potentially going to disrupt the U.S. Post Office and FedEx.
That is correct. Delivery. They want to do the last mile, they call it, and that's going to affect the Post Office as well as FedEx. You're going to be able to, for $10,000, have your own business, actually. You're going to be able to have about 40 vehicles as well as 100 employees. They believe when this is up and running, about $300,000 a year in profits. What you're going to be able to do, they're going to have the delivery from the distribution center to the home in a truck that says Amazon. So they're going to maybe cut that out. We'll see what happens, but that's the game plan.
Not surprised.
Another distribution. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Still to come in your Suncoast News, where mosquitoes were found in South Sarasota County that have tested positive for the West Nile virus. And then later, why 2 police officers are out of a job after using a coin toss app to decide whether or not to arrest a woman.
The ABC 7 Stock Report is sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership, both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month. Or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
You are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Nice to see you on this Friday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone, and we're looking at our dew point temperatures, and they're pretty high, in the upper 70s right now along the west coast of Florida. Dew points are high, and the temperatures are high. It just feels kind of muggy out there. 89 right now in Sarasota, 8 in Venice, 87 in Northport. What does it feel like? Well, about 10 degrees warmer than that. Feels like we're in the upper 90s in some areas. Feels like we're at the century mark here in Punta Gorda. Good Friday to you. All right, as far as our winds go, very light around the Suncoast at this time, but they are coming in from the west. The sea breeze is starting to kick in now, and we do anticipate a few showers to develop, maybe some thunderstorms. The heavier storms probably will be inland, though there were a few showers around Northport earlier that actually produced a couple of lightning strikes. Right now there's a couple of showers off the coast of Anna Maria Island, basically tracking towards the north and east. I don't anticipate this to make a direct hit over Anna Maria Island, but still, we'll watch it closely. I think we're just going to get maybe a light, steady shower out of it, even if it comes that way. So for the rest of the afternoon, we're expecting mostly sunny conditions. And then as we get into the weekend, we're going to have afternoon storms that trigger and then eventually be coming towards the coast. So kind of a little bit of different story. This last week, we've had the winds coming up from the southwest, which have ignited the showers in the morning hours, and then heavier storms develop inland. The opposite's going to happen as we get into the weekend and into early next week. Storms firing up inland in the afternoon and then coming towards the coast. Right now we are experiencing mostly sunny skies. A little dry air has come in, and that has capped out the atmosphere. So we haven't been talking about mostly sunny skies in our forecast for quite some time, but today let's embrace it because things, again, will start to ramp up as far as shower activity. We're going to have that southeasterly wind, the steering wind aloft, that will help push those storms close to the coast as we get into the weekend. But for this afternoon, like I said, a few showers and storms will develop inland, and they look kind of menacing actually, but they're going to stay inland and then fizzle out. So I think for the Suncoast, we're going to have mostly clear conditions for the rest of the afternoon. For the tropics, nothing to show you here. Everything is all quiet. Looking at the 7-day forecast, so 40 to 60% chance of rain showers and storms in the afternoon over the weekend, and then that pattern will continue into early to mid next week. Scott?
All right, Josh, thank you. In HealthSmart, health officials say mosquitoes found in South Sarasota County have tested positive for the West Nile virus. The insects were found in the Venice area, and this is the first time this year the virus has been detected here on the Suncoast. There are no reports of any human cases of West Nile, but health officials say the majority of people who become infected with the virus won't show any symptoms. West Nile virus affects the central nervous system and can cause very serious illnesses in those with weakened immune systems. An experimental Alzheimer's drug is giving some patients hope after early trials. The drug, which is an antibody, cut down on certain beta amyloid clusters in the brain, which is a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. It also reduced existing clusters by an average of 70%. Experts are cautiously optimistic at this point. The results that will be duplicated in future clinical trials. For patients who are anxiously waiting for any sort of help like this, a spokesman says, unfortunately, it will be several years before the drug is available. Time for lunch, so let's head out to ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who joins us today from the Serving Spoon on South Osprey Avenue in Sarasota. Judy?
I'm really excited to be here. One of my favorite local breakfast stops. This is the Serving Spoon, and it's a really big week because they have just celebrated 20 years in the business. This is a family-run business, and there is a very heartfelt story behind it that we'll share with you in just a few minutes with the owner, Natasha. But in the meantime, you can see we're going to have a wide variety of their best-selling breakfast items and lunch items, and I think you're going to enjoy. Located right on Osprey Avenue, this little gem has been the Southside Village breakfast and lunch go-to spot, and I think after today, it'll be yours too. We'll be back in just a few moments to see what they have to serve, and you'll get to meet Natasha and hear her story.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
What do you get when you cross your tired, aching back with this fragile egg? The Egg Sitter Cushion, an amazing new flex cushion that supports your backside and spine so well you can sit on an egg without breaking it. Incredible!
You want me to sit on this egg?
Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't even feel it. It didn't even break. Oh, I was wondering about that. Now that's a good cushion.
The honeycomb design is constructed of Elasticor that absorbs pressure points by collapsing in on itself. That's why even this egg won't break under direct pressure. Now long days at the office will be more comfortable, dinner more enjoyable, and painful car rides a thing of the past. Get your Egg Sitter Support Cushion for just $39.99. It comes with a free non-slip washable cover and our 10-year comfort guarantee. But wait, call right now and you can get a second cushion. Just pay separate fee. Call now.
Call 1-800-232-1564. That's 1-800-232-1564. Call now or go to eggsitter.com. Order now.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Welcome back. Time to meet our pet of the week. Josh is with the founder of Dante's Den and host of Animal Outtakes, Marsha Panucci, to tell us more about Ashley.
All right, Marsha, we have Ashley here.
Yes, we do.
Beautiful looking dog.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Let's see if we can. She got a little scared of these cameras. They have a life, the cameras have a life of their own, but she's kind of checking everything out here. Ashley is about 6 years old.
And you said she's a Nikita.
She is an Akita.
And that's a Japanese dog?
Yeah.
There's a history with that, I guess.
Yes, they do. They used to be the emperor's dogs, and of course, through the many centuries and that, and they almost became extinct. And then somebody got smart and said, hey, this is one great breed, and so started to breed it here. And of course, these are wonderful dogs to have. If you want loyalty, you know, we talk about loyalty a lot. Shepherds are very loyal. Giant Schnauzers are very loyal. This is one of the most loyal dogs. They will attach themselves to you, and they will protect you, and they are great. She loves children. She is housebroken. She is also crate trained. She had a very sad situation where her owners passed away. And so this is why she's here today. But she's been up with us at Dante's Den now for about a week. And we call it puppy grief counseling, more or less. And boy, she started playing with Frisbees and tennis balls, and she really got with it. So she's coming out of it just beautifully.
She seems very tame. And now, how much bigger will she get as she is now?
What you see is what you're going to get.
Is that right?
Yeah. She's at her full weight. She's at her full height. And I mean, just take a look at this face. How could you not fall in love with this face? She's just gorgeous, and the gorgeous color, Josh.
So
look
how
at
can
the color.
I know she's gorgeous?
Yeah.
how can we get her a home?
You can call the Akita Rescue Society of Florida at 603-289-8899 and say that we saw Ashley. And we think Ashley'd like to come home with us, and that's how it gets started.
Ashley is just very comfortable right now.
Very.
I think we have a new anchor for ABC7 right here.
Move over, Scott.
Thank you so much, Marsha.
Thanks,
for coming
Josh.
on. Scott?
Thank you both. We hope Ashley finds a good home soon. All right, time to check in again with ABC7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who's at the Serving Spoon on South Osprey Avenue. Judy?
That's right, welcome back. We are here at the Serving Spoon. Such a great location in Southside Village, right on Osprey Avenue. And here is Natasha, the owner. Natasha, give us the history of how you started the Serving Spoon.
Well, 20 years ago, my late husband, Craig, and I decided that we didn't want to work for people for the rest of our lives. And he had the drive and optimism and creativity, creative financing, because we were 24 and 28 at the time. And we actually approached the owners of the Serving Spoon, a couple from Trinidad, and we're good friends with the original people that started the Serving Spoon. They're great supporters and friends of ours, Jim and Melissa. But they were not ready to sell. So we decided to go to Hillview because we just loved this area and signed a lease one day about 2 months after we asked the owners here. And that day, before money transpired, they called us and said, we're done, we want out.
Meant to be.
And we were just like, yes, and it has been our baby ever since. And so anyway, that happened, and we opened Craig's birthday 20 years ago. So, and we, just have a
Sorry, we were just watching something go by. So you had a big event here the other day. Tell us quickly about that.
Okay, so Craig passed 4 years ago from a glioblastoma brain tumor, and he was always philanthropic. I mean, even when we had no money, he still participated in races and athletic things to raise money for other people, but he was also a type 1 brittle diabetic, which is pretty challenging in and of itself.
Right.
And so we had a foundation called Cure for Diabetes that he did some great kickball tournaments and lots of other events. So the other day I had our 20-year anniversary, and what we did to be fun was did our throwback 1998 menu and prices.
I love that.
And then tons of thankful to the Sarasota community. We raised almost $2,500 that I'm donating to the Duke Brain Tumor Center, which did give Craig years longer.
And I sat on the board with Craig on Team Tony Foundation, and what an honor it was. We're going to come back in just a few minutes and tell you more about the Serving Spoon and see what they have to share.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
We're all about keeping cool this time of year, and there's an environmentally friendly fabric that makes it much easier. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. We learn about bamboo from a designer who creates bamboo-y fashions. A big star is on stage here on the Suncoast for the weekend. He stopped by our studios to have some fun. We got to hang out with Sinbad, plus makeover madness on a Monday morning and Gold Rush barbecue in the kitchen.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila, sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes, B, console her?
Coming up, the remains of U.S. service members who died during the Korean War returned by the North Koreans. Plus, how long a Longboat Key man will spend behind bars for using cameras to spy on his rental guests. Just in case you ever wondered, how lizards hang on during a hurricane.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 12:30.
Welcome back. Our top story at 12:30. President Trump's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, claims then-candidate Trump was aware of a 2016 meeting involving his son and several Russians before it happened. ABC's Arlette Saenz explains how the president and his team have repeatedly denied knowing about the meeting ahead of time.
President Trump on the South Lawn taking a victory lap on the economy.
We are the economic envy of the entire world.
But the president took no questions about that new bombshell relating to Russia.
Michael Cohen telling the truth. Mr. President, is Michael Cohen telling the truth?
Multiple sources tell ABC News Michael Cohen, the president's former personal attorney and fixer, claims then-candidate Trump had advanced knowledge about the June 2016 Trump Tower meeting. While there, Donald Trump Jr., Jared Kushner, and Paul Manafort met with several Russians, including a lawyer promising dirt on Hillary Clinton. The president tweeted a denial. "I did not know of the meeting with my son, Don Jr. Sounds to me like someone is trying to make up stories in order to get himself out of an unrelated jam." On CNN, the president's current attorney called Cohen a liar.
There's no doubt in my mind that he's just not credible.
Cohen's attorney, Lanny Davis, declined to comment on the story. In another twist, federal prosecutors have subpoenaed the Trump Organization's chief financial officer. Alan Weisselberg, one of the most powerful people in the Trump Organization, is mentioned on that new tape where Trump and Cohen appear to discuss buying the rights to the story of Playboy playmate Karen McDougal, who claims she had an affair with Trump, which the White House denies.
And I've spoken to Alan Weisselberg about how to set the whole thing up with funding. Yes.
Despite claiming the president knew about that Trump Tower meeting ahead of time, Cohen has yet to present any evidence backing up that claim. Arlette Saenz, ABC News, Washington.
North Korea is handing over what's believed to be the remains of U.S. soldiers killed during the Korean War. A U.S. plane flew the remains to an airbase in South Korea, where service members were waiting to honor the fallen heroes. Cases were brought off in a ceremony that's been decades in the making, as the soldiers were killed in the early 1950s. The exact number of remains in the cases is unknown. The next step here is to have the remains tested and then identified. It's a process that could take years. New at noon, 2 Georgia police officers are out of a job after reportedly using a coin toss app to decide whether or not to arrest a woman. Back in April, former officers Courtney Brown and Christy Wilson pulled over Sarah Webb on suspicion of reckless driving. The officers can be heard on their body cam video using the app and deciding how to punish her, even appearing to ignore the coin flip and arrest Webb anyway. In a memo to the ex-officers, Roswell's police chief said police must be, quote, kind, considerate, and patient. Here on the Suncoast, the man accused of secretly videotaping people who rented his Longboat Key condo is behind bars today. Wayne Natt found guilty of 1 count of video voyeurism and was sentenced to a year in jail. He was first arrested last year after a couple came forward saying cameras and microphones were found in Natt's Longboat Key home. One of Natt's victims, who was also in a relationship with him at one point, took to the stand at his sentencing.
What did you do with those videos and the pictures you took of me? What did you do with them? Am I out there for my kids, my grandkids, the neighbors, family, friends to find? Are they going to see me someday? I thought it was safe in your home, and I wasn't.
Natt was also sentenced to 3 years of probation and will have to undergo a sex offender evaluation. Dozens of swimmers have been killed across the country after getting caught in rip currents this summer. If you ever find yourself stuck in one, lifeguards say the key is to stay calm. Remember to not try to swim towards shore right away. Instead, swim parallel to the shoreline until you can escape the tide's powerful pull. Also, make sure to always ask lifeguards if there are rip currents and pay attention to the red warning flags because they could save your life. Looking ahead to tomorrow, Manatee County is offering free sandbags for people getting prepared for the potential of flooding during hurricane season and beyond. You can get up to 10 sandbags per household tomorrow from 8 a.m. until noon at the county's transit facility from 8 until noon or on August 18th at the Bradenton Area Convention Center in Palmetto. But the weekend is here. We're looking forward to some great weather coming up. We're hoping at least.
We're hoping for it. At least today, the beginning of the weekend, we have some relatively nice weather. I mean, it's warm out, but we have sunshine. People like the sunshine. But for the weekend, maybe some afternoon storms, and those storms could fire up and then track towards the coast. Let's check out our current conditions right now. And we have 88 degrees. So yeah, it's warm, feels even warmer than that, about 10 degrees warmer. Humidity at 70%, but we do have mostly sunny skies. Glass half full, right? Look at that. Farmers like the rain though, but trying to please everybody here in this forecast. Sunshine today, a few showers out in the Gulf of Mexico. Could be some storms that develop inland this afternoon. Those will be short-lived and probably won't get anywhere near the coast. And we're going to continue this warm trend throughout the rest of the afternoon, and then it looks like we'll have those afternoon showers and storms along the coast. As we get into the weekend, we'll talk more about that in the main weathercast. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Josh, thank you. Happening across the state, accused Seminole Heights killer Howell Donaldson III has been found competent to stand trial. 3 doctors made that decision after each evaluated Donaldson. He's accused of killing 4 people in Tampa's Seminole Heights neighborhood over a 5-week period last year. If he's found guilty, Donaldson could face the death penalty. Parents are adding more than just pencils and notebooks to their back-to-school shopping list. Some are adding a layer of extra security with bulletproof inserts that can fit inside a child's backpack. A gun shop owner in West Palm Beach says he sold more than 200 of these inserts in the past year. They're designed to stop a bullet fired from a handgun up to a .44 Magnum.
These are basically sitting ducks because they can't leave the school. School's under lockdown, and they're sitting in the classrooms like sitting ducks. So this will at least give them some extra layer of protection.
I actually think it's a great idea. It'll be awesome for kids to have something to be able to protect themselves.
The inserts weigh just a little over a pound, and they cost about $125. A big topic coming on the November ballot is dog racing. The current proposal could ban greyhound racing at all Florida dog tracks if it passes. The Florida Greyhound Association filed a lawsuit back in May to keep the proposed amendment off the ballot, calling it misleading and inaccurate. A judge in Leon County heard their argument on Thursday.
Proponents can lie to the CRC, they can lie to the media, they can even lie to the people of the state of Florida. They cannot lie to the courts without severe consequences. And that's why the only alternative we had to protect 3,000 jobs and 8,000 beautiful greyhounds was to take this to the court.
Florida voters love dogs, and they don't support them being confined, injured, and certainly dying. And the cruelty that goes along with the industry, it's inhumane. And people love dogs, and once people know, they'll vote yes on 13, and the industry knows that.
If at least 60% of voters approve the amendment, greyhound racing at Florida tracks would be outlawed by the year 2020. Looking ahead, a new dog park being built at Sarasota's Gillespie Park is nearing completion. The park is just off 10th Street, just west of US 301. Sarasota landscape crews installing trees and fencing. A shade pavilion is already up at the park, as well as irrigation and plumbing for the doggy and the human water fountains. The city says it should open sometime in September. Well, take a look at this. Harvard researchers wanted to know how tropical lizards survive hurricanes, especially following hurricanes Irma and Maria. So they came up with a unique plan using a leaf blower to observe how lizards hold on to poles during intense winds. They found tropical lizards have massive toe pads, which allow them to hang on tight. But they do have their limits, flying off the pole at wind speeds up to 180 miles an hour. Still pretty impressive. A zoo in Egypt has been accused of trying to fool visitors by painting zebra stripes onto a donkey. Although the zoo director insists the animal is the real thing, its large ears and smudged paint job made some visitors take a second look. No word yet if the groups there plan to try and get those animals removed from the zoo. Here's something you don't see every day. Wildlife officials had to rescue a bear that was stuck in a Colorado sewer drain. Not exactly clear yet how that 250-pound bear managed to get itself stuck in the first place. Officers opened a manhole cover above the animal, hoping it would climb out, which it did, and then ran off to a nearby wooded area. Let's check back in again with Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who's enjoying lunch today at the Serving Spoon in Sarasota. Judy?
Okay, Natasha, why don't you tell us about these delicious dishes from your menu?
Okay, so this is our newest item, our avocado toast. Really super healthy, lots of protein, low fat, keeps you full all day. The next one is our heart-healthy Popeyes omelet, all greens, egg whites, little tomato for coloring, but broccoli, green peppers, all the greens we have in the kitchen, spinach. We had to throw on our hash browns because they're decadent. You know,
it is the size of a Frisbee.
You have to offset the omelet. This is Craig's new favorite. He stopped eating meat at the end, so this is just scrambled eggs with goat cheese and scallions. Pretty simple but delicious, and a whole wheat English muffin.
This is my breakfast go-to. If not eating a tuna melt for lunch, which I love, you can get breakfast and lunch at any time. Great.
So this is my kids and my favorite, is so that we don't feel too guilty. We have the best biscuits and gravy in Sarasota, but we do it as an appetizer, so you just don't have that guilt and eat a little bit as a snack to start.
Breakfast appetizer, I love it.
Our house lemon basil dressing, all house made. People think it's cream based. It's not. It's made with egg whites, just olive oil, lemon, basil, super refreshing and delicious. Wanted to feature a couple lunch items. Our classic BLT, just a great lunch with some fresh fruit.
Who doesn't love a BLT? Seriously, right?
Yes. Also, this is our protein-packed bowl. It's chia pudding, just simply chia seeds and coconut milk, fresh fruit, house granola, and berries. We serve it with organic almond butter and multigrain toast. And then, again, our refreshing kale salad with teriyaki chicken, black beans, and a low-fat house oriental dressing and pineapples to give it some lightness.
It all sounds so delicious. And of course there's pancakes and waffles and fresh squeezed juice and all that. And I know that when we come back for dessert, we'll be talking about the bakery area, but do tell us about that area as well.
So we do every day, everything is made in the morning. We feature blueberry muffins, orange raspberry muffins, and then we make a special muffin of the day, and it is simply whoever is baking that day, it's what they're in the mood for. So sometimes it's, banana chocolate chip, other times it's bran and carrots and raisins. It's just kind of our featured muffin.
But they've always been my best muffins in town for sure. Natasha, thank you so much. We're going to come back one more time and have one of those delicious bites for dessert and visit the children in the portrait gallery. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991. Now, in one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
According to a new survey by U.S. News & World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
Thank you so much for watching us on this Friday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi. Today, it is warm, no doubt about that. The feel-like temperatures are around the century mark right now. So if you're going to be outside doing a little jog, whatever, wear light clothing, and also just take it easy out there because you can get dehydrated really quickly in weather like this. As far as the radar goes, we have some activity on. A little blip just appeared here just to the north of University and west of I-75. We'll watch this. These are like popcorn showers. They develop really quickly and then dissipate as quick as they started. So anyway, I think for today we're calling for mostly sunny skies, no real widespread rain chance at all. A little bit of change comes over the weekend, though, as we'll have those afternoon storms tracking towards the coast, and that will persist into next week. A little drier above us, so that's why we're experiencing the mostly sunny skies right now. But the pattern changes. This area of low pressure that's been responsible for that southwesterly flow starts to weaken and moves away, and then we're going to have more of a southeasterly upper level wind take place thanks to high pressure settling in, and that means that once the heating of the day occurs and these storms start to fire up inland, the upper level winds will connect with the sea breeze that naturally happens every afternoon, but the upper level winds will bring those showers and storms close to the coast. So as you can see, our futurecast, not much to show you here. Some inland storms develop later on today. They may look impressive if you're looking eastbound in the early evening hours. You may see a few lightning strikes off in the distance, but I don't think they're going to be coming anywhere close to the coast. We are in hurricane season, and now we're ramping up into the peak of the season into August and early September, which is not too far away. But right now, the tropics are all quiet. Good boating afternoon for us. Westerly wind, very light, seas at 2 feet, and today is high 91, which basically we're experiencing right now. And we just showed you, we started the weathercast with the heat indices about the century mark. Okay, breaking down the forecast for the weekend. Well, rain chances ramp up. So one nice day in this stretch here, and that's today as far as if you're looking for sunshine, and then the afternoon showers and storms get going, and they will continue into early to mid next week as we enter into the first week of August. Back to you, Scott.
Okay, Josh, thank you. In consumer news today, Big Brother is everywhere, and a new Walmart patent could mean the retailer may someday be able to hear what you're saying in the store. Walmart already captures video for security purposes, but the company says a need exists for more monitoring. Walmart wants to use audio recordings to hear how their employees are performing. Listening devices could also be placed near cash registers to track transactions. Customers are worried this could invade their privacy, but there's no word yet on when or even if it will be implemented. Disney, the latest company to go straw-free. Walt Disney plans to get rid of plastic straws and stirs at all of its locations by mid-2019. This even includes their cruise ships. The company says this will reduce more than 175 million straws and 13 million stirs a year. Disney World also plans to reduce the number of plastic shopping bags by offering guests the option to buy reusable bags. A popular shoe company is putting the van in Van Gogh. Vans is partnering with the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam for a collection of shoes and clothing based on the artist's most famous works. The brand worked with the museum to pick 4 pieces to highlight, including sunflowers and his infamous self-portrait. The price for these wearable masterpieces still unknown, but a portion of the profits will go to the museum for its restoration. Still to come in your Suncoast News, we'll check in with Chef Judy back one more time at the serving spoon. And then it's not too late to see the century's longest lunar eclipse happening tonight, but you will have to catch a plane to see it.
What do you get when you cross your tired, aching back with this fragile egg? The Egg Sitter Cushion, an amazing new flex cushion that supports your backside and spine so well you can sit on an egg without breaking it. Incredible!
You want me to sit on this egg? Okay. Can't believe I'm doing this. I don't even feel it. It didn't even break? Oh, I was wondering about that. Now that's a good cushion.
The honeycomb design is constructed of Elasticor that absorbs pressure points by collapsing in on itself. That's why even this egg won't break under direct pressure. Now long days at the office will be more comfortable, dinner more enjoyable, and painful car rides a thing of the past. Get your Egg Sitter Support Cushion for just $39.99. It comes with a free non-slip washable cover and our 10-year comfort guarantee. But wait, call right now and you can get a second cushion. Just pay separate fee. Call now.
Call 1-800-232-1564. That's 1-800-232-1564. Call now or go to eggsitter.com. Order now.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon? You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
And we have a plate full of goodies. Tell me what you made, Natasha.
We made today lemon bars, brownies, our famous cookies, and as I was talking about earlier, our chef made a mixed berry banana muffin today.
Now it all started with these wonderful children.
So this is the oldest, Christopher, 26, Jordan, 23, Spencer, the baby 18, Spencer there as well.
So cute in the big pot.
The youngest two, we have Parker and Ella. She's the queen bee of the 4 boys, the grand finale.
It's pretty cool, and you actually have one of your sons here today, which makes it really special. Parker's been busy working away. Natasha, thank you, and thank you for 20 years of serving us, and I look for the next 20 years.
Me too. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. I know where you should be coming for brunch.
Judy, thank you so much. Coming up on the all-new ABC 7 News at 4 today, new details about the miraculous Thai cave rescue. A U.S. Air Force major reveals what they originally thought the chances of success would be there. Plus, why the world's only 4-headed palm tree had to be cut down in Florida this week. Join us this afternoon for ABC 7 News at 4. In entertainment news, 911 audio is released from the day Demi Lovato was rushed to the hospital. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has that story and a look at this weekend's box office in the Showbiz Wrap.
We are now hearing the 911 call made from singer Demi Lovato's home.
Well, this is definitely a medical emergency for her. We need to get there as fast as possible.
First responders sent to her Los Angeles house for reports of a drug overdose Tuesday. ABC News has now learned Lovato was treated with Narcan, an emergency medicine used to reverse the effects of some drug overdoses. The pop star remains hospitalized, her representative saying in a statement, Demi is awake and with her family who want to express thanks to everyone for the love, prayers, and support. Wedding bells for movie star Michelle Williams, the Oscar-nominated actress revealing she secretly married musician Phil Elverum in the Adirondacks. She opens up about the relationship in a new article out in Vanity Fair. Grammy-winning singer Michael Bublé and his wife are proud parents of a baby girl. They posted this picture of her hand on Instagram. Vida Amber Betty Bublé, named after both of her grandmothers, was born Wednesday in Vancouver. She is the third child for Bublé and his actress wife.
Now the world is at risk.
And movies opening this weekend, Mission Impossible Fallout starring Tom Cruise.
The whole world will be under my control.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
I got 3 days left on this probation. When you got that gun on you, just don't tell me about it.
And Blindspotting. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Finally today, the longest lunar eclipse of the century is happening tonight, creating a blood moon in parts of the night sky. Unfortunately, we here in the U.S. will not be able to see it. This is a time-lapse video of the October 2014 blood moon eclipse that was similar to what will occur tonight. The eclipse will be visible from most of the eastern hemisphere, with people in Australia, Europe, Asia, all getting the best view. Our next chance to see one of these is not too far off, coming up in January, so we can wait.
Very nice.
The century's longest, though. We're going to miss that one.
Right, exactly. Boy, you know, sunshine today, not bad. People like sunshine. Then if you want the rain, you wait for tomorrow. We'll get afternoon showers and storms, and that will also happen on Sunday and early to mid next week as well.
The afternoon storms return.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Thank you, Josh. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again at 4 o'clock.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
All right, crew, let's get started. Sure.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
ABC7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.